Yeah, Clark Brown's an interesting guy on the Venice Neighborhood Council. Knowing that sexual assaulter Sidney Zamora from the Horizon Apartments LLC, the most serially violent single address, a community corporation of Santa Monica, Venice Community Housing Corporation, Hollywood Community Housing Corporation, Safe Place for Youth, affiliate, Chrysalis, BID, Business Investment District Stooges. They've got a lockdown here. He's a pervert. Clark Brown, a very psychosexually disturbed criminal. Protection Racket Venice Neighborhood Council. That's where Venice started out. That pier is now gone. I'll show you the third quarter rocks where I do my marine science shorts on this channel. Also trying to maintain some sense of mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual equilibrium under serious attack. Psychosexually whacked, stakeholder sewer in the Steve Clare film Jack Lambert, Chamber of Commerce, Carl Lambert, Steve Clare, Westside Coalition, the same sanctuary city circle of white millionaire, billionaire Snapchat family. John Spiegel, Evan Spiegel, that's when Soledad Ursula came here. Climber, predator, pretending to be a conservative now on. So it's a lot to untangle for a songwriter that's been multiply attacked and anti-Semitic violent attacks by these same people. That pervert Clark Brown, actress Ellie Mills, Emmy Award-winning predator actress. I mean, these quasi-credible government organizations allowed Valecia Adams Kellum from St. Joseph Center, Dirty Roger Mahoney pedophile protection racket controlled land. Catholic Charities is right here. Hunter Biden open Port of Venice. That's where I brought him. And I'm starting to break down. This is the morning. I've been working all night. Murderous death threat in series from the most psychotic of these stakeholders, Brad NEAL, drug dealing, double shooting death, elite family. They don't want me talking to Secretary Kennedy and having a respectful proscenium, a calm, intelligent, safe, outside of their system proscenium to talk about the forced drugging from Edelman Mental Health, the places where sexually abused tenants are supposed to go for help to get drugged out of their minds and further tortured. And that same system has a sexual assault predator. Gary Stewart tried to get rid of him. His public suicide opposite Santa Monica Superior Court when Bobby Tillman, BOBBITILLMON, complete with black vagina and everything, evicted me without an attorney. He killed himself. We went for 36 years. Since our Rhino Records years together, it was a small novelty label. Somehow I ended up directing their press department for this burgeoning label. I'm going to get into more of a bio. Gary worked for Apple iTunes, hired by Steve Jobs himself. He was a progressive, a left-leaning person like me all my life. My father was born in Nazi Poland. Views, fought World War II in active combat. Brad NEAL, death threats all night, stalking me. And that's what they do. That's why this gang stalking, this Dr. Joseph, Josef, knows about the drug companies tricking people and knowing about the harms. Cross-classification of antipsychotics, antidepressants, anti-schizophrenics with benzodiazepines, and a brand new psychiatrist, the same system, UCLA medical experiments on poor people, patient drop, UCLA Luskin. Yeah, it's all fine and dandy, but I don't have motion picture health and welfare Blue Cross anymore. I was a motion picture studio rep. Speed, Volcano, NYPD Blue, Ed, Scissorhands, Predator 2, Alien 4. A lot of dangerous action movies. Guys like me with hammers in the hand, way up in the air without safety lines, rigging that perfect safety record. Crushed nearly to death. 5 orthopedic surgeons took me out of the business by Chuck Lorre, infamous crack-addled producer, $600 man, king of sitcom. King of sitcom. Geez, I hope some of this is audible and not too ugly. Not too ugly. It's already too long. But the media groups, the one guy that controls Santa Monica Mirror, Venice, Jamie Page, Venice Neighborhood Council Community Officer, now PR for Tracy Park, so they gave her Venice Current, which turned into WESTSIDE Current, which turned into Valley Current, which turned into Current Media, because parasites spread. That's what the sanctuary city civil invasion is. That's why the philosophy of certain kinds of whacked Jesuits, extremely whacked. It's okay to lie to get what you want, just like Cuba Karen Bass. Marxist-Leninist all her life, and she don't do that no more. USC Marilyn Flynn in prison, convicted poverty pimps like most of the multiply indicted, convicted, and imprisoned Los Angeles City Council members recently. So we've been reporting this for 10 years. Now they're sort of discovering, wow, that $2.1 million in fraud out of judge's court is really $1.1 billion, but it's 10 times that. And Newsom knows it since his 10-year plan in 2005. A secret meeting with Dirty Roger Mahoney and Meth Mike Bonnet, the prior councilman, Loyola Marymount donor class that spit out Tracy Park, neophyte dumpy Downey lawyer, moved to Venice in 2015 supposedly, talking about, hey, CD11 burning down the Pacific Palisades. That reservoir cover tear was reported 1 full year. 1 full Tokyo, Paris, first class, travel expensive, most highest paid council person in the United States of America. This psychosexual Ed Buck financed psychosis, parasitic, narcissist, sexually disturbed psychosis. BuzzFeed 3-parter about the queer elite in Ed Buck. Check it out, because it's not an anomaly, it's an epidemic. And Soldat Ursua told you in an email to me, forwarded to Alex Glukowski, Mick Jagger's personal agent. A lot of heavy showbiz people, not Mick himself, God bless him, not Sir Michael Philip Jagger himself. I'm sure he doesn't even know about this shit. He's going to. If I have to call Keith, he's not going to be happy. He's smart. He's living in Connecticut. It's enough for now. Morning coffee out of bed.